team, so today I'm going to be leading you in a 16-minute workout because I think 16 minutes, right? You've got 16 minutes you can do. So today it's going to be a lot of stretching. Yeah, let's get started. So first things first, you're going to lay down. Now time to stretch those arms up overhead, stretch those feet out. From here, you're going to bend your right knee, pull that up into your armpit. Ooh. It's not stinky yet, it probably won't be today. Roll that ankle around, roll it around the other way, and then you're gonna just cross that knee across your body. So just a little spinal twist here. Just breathing, pulling that shoulder down. Deep breath in and out. On that exhale, you're gonna bring that leg over. That's gonna go down. You're gonna bend that left knee, pulling that up into the armpits, or feeling that pull through that hip flexor. And from here, you're gonna pull that across your body. So you might get a little back crack here, a little chiropractic adjustment, kind of nice. Just breathing. On that exhale, you're bringing that knee back across. From here, you're going to bend that right knee again. You're going to bring that left knee up behind it. So just stretching out that hamstring and that glute. So really it's up to you how deep you want to get into this. Really just kind of feel what's going on in your body today. Just breathing. Every time you breathe in, sending some oxygen to that tight spot. And releasing that, you're going to switch your legs up. So bending that left knee over your knee and pulling that knee up behind you. Just relaxing here. So we're just kind of warming up, stretching things out today. It's Christmas time, so, you know, kind of feeling the pull of that. Want to get some movement in, but, you know, enjoy yourself. So releasing that. We're going to come over into quadruped position. So you're going to stack those hips over those knees, shoulders over wrists. From here, you're just going to send your right arm through and up. We're just going to do this a couple times. So feeling that pull through the rib cage here. There's 3, 4, and 5. Switching that up, going over to that other side, sending that left arm through and up. So really pulling back with those shoulders, getting some mobility in here, right? Because that's super important. I mean, we can run it out and all that stuff, but you gotta have some mobility and some good movement in there. Okay, from here, you're gonna sit back on your feet, going into child's pose. Try not to fall asleep. From here, you're just gonna walk your hands out. You can go a little bit deeper with those hips or bringing those toes out. And just extend here. So feeling that pull through your shoulders. You can just relax if you want to. Bring your head down. From here, we're gonna walk our hands over to the side. So feeling that pull and that stretch through your shoulders. Walking your hands back and over to that other side. Back to the center. And walking up. Last little thing on the floor, and then we're gonna start moving. Take a deep breath in. Arms come up overhead, and you're just gonna pull your shoulders down. So from the side, this is what this looks like. You're just pulling the shoulders down, and then reaching up, pulling down, and reaching up. Good. Okay, we're gonna start moving a little bit more because we wanna get some movement in today, right? That's the whole point of this. We only have 11 and a half more minutes. So from here, what I want you to do, you're gonna stand up, arms come up overhead, and you're just gonna sit into a squat. So whatever that squat feels like, I want you just to feel that out. So arms up overhead, dropping into that squat. We're gonna do 2 more here. There's 1, and there's 2. So now we're gonna adjust the hands. So you're gonna go forward, then about shoulder height, and then all the way up. So we're working on different levels of the core here. trying to stabilize that. So front, shoulder, and all the way up. Front, shoulder, and all the way up. I want you just to imagine like you're sitting down into that chair. Shoulder, all the way up. A couple more here. So front, shoulder, all the way up. Last one. Front, shoulder sitting in those heels, and all the way up. Good. From here, we're going to do some lateral lunges, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. So we're going to move to the side. You're going to reach down, and then you're going to come up and reach across. So reaching down and reaching across. So sitting back, reaching down, reaching across, reaching down, reaching across, getting some movement through here, but also kind of getting into that lunge. So from the side, whoop, little slidey there, you're gonna go to the side, send those hips back, and reaching across. Side, reach across, side, reach across. We're gonna switch over to the other side now. Touching that toe, reaching across. Super low impact, but getting a really good stretch through your body. And also working on that lunge, okay? So if you feel anything in that knee, don't go as low. Maybe it becomes more of a reach. It's totally up to you. But we're just trying to get some movement in here. Down and across, down and across. One more, down and across. Good. We're gonna switch this up a bit now. We're gonna work on some plank stuff, some arm stuff, okay? From here, you're hinging at the hips. You're gonna walk out into a plank position. Now, if it feels okay, you can drop down into a push-up. If you need to come down to your knees and do a push-up, that's fine, okay? You're gonna come up to your toes and walk back. That was Marla, she's getting excited about her workout. Walking those hands down, finding that plank, into that push-up, coming back up, and walking those feet back. Walking back out again, finding that push-up, oh, and coming back up. A couple more here. I want you to kind of play with this now. So once you're here, feel free to come into a seal position, maybe come back up, add that push-up, and walk back up, okay? Walking your hands out again. Maybe dropping down into that seal position. Coming back up into that plank, adding that push-up. Walking back up again. Let's do two more, because you can. So seal position, coming up into that plank, into that push-up, walking back up, walking back out again. Seal position, stretching that core, feeling that plank engage into that push-up. Maybe one more, just to maximize it. Walking that out again. Seal position. You can always come to your knees, into that push-up, back to that plank, and walking back up again. Good, okay, so now we've done some leg stuff, we've done some core stuff, we've done some arm stuff. Let's start to move a little bit more now, okay? From here, we're gonna work on some hip flexion. So that's anytime you bend that hip. What you're gonna do here, you're gonna step back and come up, finding that balance. Stepping back, finding that balance. Stepping back, finding that balance. Every time you step back, you're just finding whatever natural step back pattern feels good for you. You're gonna drive that knee as high as you can when you come up here. Let's do two more. There's one. You're grabbing the ground with that standing toe. Good, let's switch over to the other side. So stepping back, driving that knee up. Wherever this feels good on that knee, you can go anywhere with this. Stepping back, driving that knee up. Finding that balance. Oh, that elusive balance. It's so hard sometimes. Stepping back, and up. Send back, up. Let's do 2 more, and up. Stepping back, and up. Maybe 1 more, back, and up, just to make it beautiful. Good, okay. We're going to lay down again. This is not nap time though. We're gonna do some dead bugs. So how will you remember your starting position? It looks like a dead bug. From here, you're gonna drop the opposite arm and the opposite leg. So right here, both arms are up. You're gonna drop that right hand and that left leg. So right here and up. So feeling that core engage when you drop down. You can flex your foot, extending through that glute, extending, feeling that cross body pull. What I like to do is kind of add a pull too at the bottom. So while that core engages, that arm pulls, that leg pulls. 2 more here. There's 1 and 2. Good. Over to that other side. So left arm drops, right leg drops. Here we go. 1. So kicking out with that heel. 2. Feeling that core engage. 3. Kicking out. Good. So every time your core kicks out, I don't want you to feel any drop through the back. So if that means you need to go a little bit higher with the foot, that's fine. But think of getting that stretch if you can. Something we can work out to. Stretching through and up. Stretching through and up. Good. Okay. Rolling up here. Rolling those shoulders back. We only have 4 more minutes left, so I'm going to get into a little bit more stretching, right? Because this isn't super high impact, but I really want to make sure that you feel good when you're done with this. So the next thing we're going to do, you're going to get into a plank position. From here, you're going to bring your foot up. Marla's going to help us with this. Go on, Marla, lay down. So bring your foot up. You're in a spider woman position, feeling that stretch through the back. You can drop a knee down if that feels okay. You can also bring that foot up. So really feeling that pull through the hip flexor. I'm gonna drop that knee just so I can get a little bit deeper. It takes a little bit of the weight off of that standing leg. From here, you can always increase the stretch by stepping up. You can stretch overhead, whatever feels good. We're gonna hold that here for another 3, 2, 1. Bringing that foot back, bringing that other foot up to meet your hands. Same thing here. So whatever feels good, you can lean into it, you can lean back, you can come up on that foot, whatever feels nice here. Again, feeling that stretch here. Good, just getting some movement into your day. It doesn't have to be so super intense all the time. In fact, it might be a little bit more helpful for you to have more of a stretching, relaxing, low impact day, especially if you're doing a lot of high intensity stuff. So before we go, because I know sometimes you want to get that heart rate up, so we have 2.5 minutes. We're gonna do some jumping jacks to high knees, okay? So we'll do 2 jumping jacks and then 2 high knees. So here we go. I'm gonna get Marla out of the way. Here we go. Here's 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2. You can get a little fancy with it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Last one. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Deep breath in and out and in and out and in. On your exhale, you're gonna hinge forward. Bring your hands down to the ground. Turn to the side here. Hands down to the ground. Let your head fall. You can clasp your arms here if that feels good. Shake your head out. You can walk your hands over to the foot. Get a little bit deeper in that stretch. Walk your hands over to that other foot. Another deep stretch in there. back to the center. We're gonna walk out for one final plank here. Holding that there, pushing through the shoulders, then extending down into that seal position. Coming up into that plank, rounding through, and back down to that seal position. Rounding through, you're kind of working through that plank, and back down into that seal position. And last one, rounding through. You're gonna drop down to your knees. A couple final deep breaths in here, and your 16 minutes is up. So deep breath in, and out, and in, and out. That's our timer for the day. Deepest, biggest breath in, and out. I hope you feel good. It's 16 minutes, you're done, go on with your day. I hope it's a beautiful one. I'm Coach Jess, and I'll see you soon. Bye.